Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles in order to help people of all walks of life achieve their manifestation goals. All the information for me is below. My coaching is very thorough, very deep, very oriented around helping you specifically, not just copy and paste. I want to make a point of this with everybody. I don't just go through the motions with every single client. I custom make my coaching program to them. Now, there are structures in my coaching program, obviously, and of course, it's a 3-step process. First, we disengage. First, we cover the history, rather. I really need to get to know you, really need to know everything that transpired up until today. The second stage is we disengage with the old timeline through releasing emotions, and really forgiveness takes place. A lot of aha moments, a lot of realizations, because I help you see the past through the prism of what actually happened, not what you perceived as happened. And a lot of realizations, like I said, occur, and a lot of clearing of that energy that occurs because you realize why this happened, what lessons you need to derive, what it actually all meant. And now that you understand this in my coaching, you're empowered to do greater, bigger things. And the last section, and this is just, symbolic, as I said, I created as I go with my client because it's custom for them. The last section of the coaching program is teach you manifestation, teach you energy work, how to apply it every single day, which really, boosts your manifestations on another level. It worked for me. It worked for many thousands of my clients. Now, in order to be in my coaching, you need to pre-book. You need to sign the coaching agreement with your hand, with a pen, on a piece of paper, and then scan it and send it to me via email. As a very last resort, a very clear picture will do of the both pages of the agreement, which you should really get to know. All the clauses of my agreement, and then sign it. Now, as far as the installment payments go, which I started offering in December, early December, I believe, I wanted to update everybody. For those of you who are still thinking about it, or kind of have questions about it, and I've gotten many questions, so I would rather put it in this audio, so that for those of you who have these questions in their mind, those could be answered. So the two companies that I work with in order to offer the installment payments are Affirm and Klarna. So if one doesn't work, the other one will certainly work. The other thing that I really wanted to say, I really understand perhaps the concerns of being in debt, etc., etc. Now, here's the deal. This is an investment in you. Okay, this is something that will pay tremendous dividends, because I know this from my own coaching practice. Every single time somebody gets into coaching with me and they tell me a story about how they can't afford it, how they're afraid of debt, labba-dabba-doo, the money inevitably shows up for them. It just does. As we're clearing the energy, as we're processing emotions, as forgiveness takes place, the different mindset appears in my client's mind. It just really, I transfer you to another parallel timeline, is what really happens with this energy clearance work. So it just works. The universe is on your side. It wants you to get help. It wants you to receive all the goodies. So if you just put that trust in the universe, and by the way, parenthesis here, the payment. So I calculated it just for the sake of giving you this example here. If you, let's just say, embarked on this 3 months journey, which I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me, with my signature coaching package, the link is below. So that's $88.50, right? So because right now the price is $29.50, it will increase later. Okay, so I would also, that's another reason for you to take advantage of it, and it's discounted. Like if you compare it with my hourly rate, it's discounted quite a bit. So if you take the 3 months and it's $88.50, and let's just say the maximum amount of time that you needed to pay back this money, 36 months would be, I think a firm does it up to 60 months, but that's ridiculous, right? So 36 months, 3 years, I mean, that's, whatever. Let's just go with this example. This is less than $250 a month. A month. All 3 months, the coaching complete, right? As usual, come, humble and honest, ready to receive my suggestion, and you will succeed in those 3 months. That's less than $250 a month. Now, of course, there's, things like, percentage that they charge, so probably with the percentage is going to be like $250, maybe a little bit more, I don't know. But whatever it is, $250 a month for receiving the help that you need and for transforming your mindset, setting you up for life, that's worth it to me. My hourly rate is $295. It's almost $300. So that's like even less than 1 hour spent with me. You get all your coaching done, and then you pay. But like I said, the universe takes care of you and always sends you money. In my coaching, I've experienced it like left, right, and center. It's so funny because I just know how it works, because the universe takes you seriously when you take yourself seriously, right? So it also is never just, SP problems and this and that. It's all across the board. Let's just face it. It's your self-esteem. It's even the money worries, which is, why a lot of people hesitate, blah, blah, blah. But understand that when you take the step in faith, the universe will support you. Okay? So if you have any questions about that, you can email me. The email is below. Now, later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going live, and the topic is how to make a player fall madly in love with you. So if you're in the situation that your man or your woman, prefers somebody else, they're kind of like multi-dating, or they're cheating, or they have cheated, and all these kinds of situations that you are not chosen, understand that this situation occurred simply because you're not in control of your life. It's time, right, to put your big girl pants on or big boy pants on and go get behind the wheel of the car that is your life. Okay? This is what needs to happen. This situation occurred because you don't think of yourself so highly. You let certain dysfunctions continue in your life. You're not taking action as far as to kind of crack your whip, put your foot down, and declare new rules. And the universe will pay attention again when you take your action in faith. Now, action alone in the 3D doesn't really mean anything if it's not backed up by inspiration and by the transformation that is going to happen on the inside. So do not look for a permanent change. If you are into instant gratification, first of all, that's out the window in my coaching. You're in for the duration. If you want to see real change, you're in for the duration in the coaching, and then talk to me, right, about the things that are happening. That's a conversation worth having. But, a session here and there, that's not going to work in my coaching either. Just meant to say it. The only case where you book a session is if you want to make sure that this is the right, match for you. This is the right situation for you with me. That's it. After that, you need to embark on month-to-month coaching. The only way that the permanent change will happen in your lovely darling SP is if the change happens within you. Why on earth would you be looking for a change in anybody if you yourself haven't changed? So this doesn't happen with instant gratification. This doesn't happen, in a day or two. This is deep dive work. But again, one that lasts forever. In many cases in my coaching, I recommend disconnecting from your SP for a while. Because in the cases that it's gone so far, it's gone, on the border of abuse or it's abusive. And again, if you want to bring back that SP, even if they weren't abusive to you, if you are really triggered by their behavior and something has gone on that is really not to your liking, you need to disconnect from them for some time. Why? Because you're restructuring your mind. If you're in coaching with me, I don't want any fucking distractions. I want your full attention. And we most certainly are not conducting ourselves in the same manner, meaning you're not conducting yourself in the same manner you used to prior to the coaching. So why continue the dysfunction? Like, you already have enough drama, mama panorama. Mama drama panorama. Why add on to it? Just make a little vacation from this kind of thinking, get into coaching, and let's start examining why this even happened. Okay, but the disconnection from the previous version, either mentally or if you can manage it, which is ultimately what is supposed to happen, physically. I don't want to look at this shit show anymore. I'm creating a new beautiful life for myself. A new beautiful partner, yes, is going to look the same way. It's going to have the same name, but I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore. That's a permanent change when you really kind of like roll up your sleeves and stop playing small and looking for instant gratification all over the internet. But you're really like determined to make this change, because believe me, when you change your mind about who you are, when you change your mind from being in a victim mentality, woe is me and I can't do it and do this kind of situation, to yes, I fucking can and I will. Okay, I'm committed to this change. I've had enough. And not for nothing, I work best with people like that, because I'm like that. I'm a go fucking getter. All right, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm going to really work hard in order to see results. That's the only way that you achieve results. Nobody's going to come, no fairies coming, okay, to your rescue, spreading some magical dust on your head, magic potion, and hoopla, your life has changed. Don't you think you have to learn some things, some practical things every single day? Don't you think your mentality has to change for your outside to change? Or are you always going to be in this victim mentality, so much so that you're expecting somebody else to come and rescue you? Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that at all. So your kind of procrastination on working on yourself is exactly what your problem is. It's not the SP. It's not their, player ways. It's not their, not paying attention to you and you not getting what you want. You're activating them with your consciousness. This is what you expect and this is what you get. In the minute that you change your mind, and I really mean restructure your mindset, and start accepting that you're the only person for this man or a woman, and there's nobody else, don't you know the entire picture will change? And we'll talk about this more in the live, but I've done this many times. It's all about what you think of you. It doesn't matter what they've done before. It doesn't matter how long the situation has been occurring with you and between them and you. You can change any kind of fucking player, anybody. Now, the only thing that I draw the line at is abuse. I will tell you this in coaching and be like, this is abusive. Now, it will be up to you if you want to bring back this person and change them. But I'm entitled to, as your coach, to really, draw your attention to this. This has now crossed the line of abuse. And, you be the judge of it's your life. I'm never going to tell you what to do. I'm just here to suggest. But chances are, if somebody's been really abusive and they really brought you down, you really don't want them back. Okay, so that would be my recommendation. But if they're simply being a player and they're going around and they're not prioritizing you, this is absolutely fixable and it's easy. It's easy. And this is the other thing I really wanted to, again, reemphasize on my channel for those newcomers, etc., etc. I record material on my channel with the notion in mind that people have already done their work. I cannot speak from the perspective of somebody who hasn't done their work, because I have. So that's the only way that I operate on my channel. So don't frustrate yourself if to you it doesn't seem easy right now. Of course it doesn't seem easy, because you haven't done the work on yourself. If you don't have a clean slate, yeah, I agree. Very, very hard to imagine that it's easy. But in the timeline in which you ultimately belong, and which I take you there, if you let me, again, it will be easy. It will be the way it's always been. It's like you don't know any different. And, you will take them off the pedestal so fast. This is why, also, parenthesis here, why they get to, do what they do right now, whatever their behavior is. Maybe it's something else other than being kind of like all over the place. Their behavior will inevitably take them off the pedestal, and you will be like, wow, I wonder why I even was attracted to that kind of situation. I wonder why I would even accept that. You have a completely different perspective on things, and you stop obsessing, and you start more obsessing if there's anything to obsess. It's about you, what pleases you. Just completely redirect the arrows of energy, as I usually say, as I have been saying. And if you notice on my kind of like the thumbnail for live, the guy in the picture is pointing at me. All the arrows of the energy have to be pointed at you. But right now, they're not, because of all the things that I just said. When you have this change within, you will not wonder anymore what is your SP doing, because you will not be wondering, you will be commanding. Okay? The entire world will be constructed around you in such a way that it operates as per your instruction. And that's what I help people achieve in my coaching. If you have any questions before signing up, or anything about what I just said, please email me, and I'll see you in live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.